By the way, the Yankees game's still on as of right now.
Today, yes.
All right. Meanwhile, let's go out to Abby Huntsman. She promises to interview Kellyanne Conway. Abby, you going to fulfill that promise?
I brought her. I found Kellyanne Conway. She's a tough one to track down at the White House, but I was able to do it. I found her kids first, and then I was able to find her. So we're here at the White House egg roll. I want to get to that in a minute, but still a lot of news this morning, as there always is. Kellyanne, counsel of the president, of course, announced that the president will meet with Shinzo Abe, Prime Minister of Japan, in just a couple of weeks in April.
It is.
Talking about North Korea?
Yes, absolutely continuing the international campaign to have maximum pressure on North Korea. And the Prime Minister will come to Mar-a-Lago after the President's trip to Peru and Colombia. We just had a briefing on that this morning. And, you know, President Trump has established a great relationship with President Abe, with Mr. Abe. They've been able to, I think from the beginning, that February meeting at Mar-a-Lago a year ago, really work together on issues that affect, obviously, our two nations, but also that entire region. Talking about, you know, the cornerstone of peace and stability, obviously economic issues, but very much on everybody's mind now is North Korea. And, you know, Abby, it should be lost on no one that when the president last August 8th or so at Bedminster talked about North Korea seeing the fire through like they've never seen, the media freaked out. It was all, what is he doing? And then the president accepts the invitation, possibly under his conditions, to come to the table, and they freak out. So he's going to continue doing what he does best, which is try to find a way to tackle the big issues of the day. But obviously North Korea is on everybody's mind, and will be on the table literally when they're down in Mar-a-Lago.
And to have all the allies on the same page.
That's right.
As they handle North Korea.
That's right.
Another story in the news, there's a book coming out, Ronald Kessler is writing, coming out tomorrow, I believe, showing President Trump in a positive light. He talks about him in the future being seen as more of a Reagan figure, that he was disliked by the media, but in time in the office he will get a lot done. You are not portrayed as positively, though. He says that you are to blame for some of the leaks, that when he met with you, you had negative things to say about Ivanka and Jared. What do you have to say about that?
No, I have a great working relationship and a great relationship with Jared and Ivanka. Had dinner with them recently at their house. I want to say a couple things. First of all, the president and I talked at length last night about a number of issues, talked about that very briefly because there's so many relevant things happening. He knows, and he has said publicly and privately, who the leakers and the liars are and have been. Very happy that there's a lot less leaking in the White House now than there was.
Do some still exist in the White House?
Perhaps, but let me just make very clear something that you know, because you breathe air and have two eyes. If somebody puts Kellyanne in an interview on a Chiron in a headline, you get clicks and kicks. But we're not really discussing that here at all today. We don't need a book to tell us that this Mr. Trump is going to be a great president. Those of us who have the privilege of actually having access to him and working here every single day, which I know inspires a lot of jealousy and backbiting itself. I've survived a lot of people and continue to be here. We know firsthand that he's a great president. We don't need a book to tell us that Melania Trump is very involved as our first lady in advising her husband in policy issues. I travel around the country with her on those policy issues. So nobody's really talked about it. And I just want to say one thing. Leakers get great press. I got a lot of texts and emails yesterday saying, wow, I feel so left out. You never tell me anything. Leakers get great press, and one day, Abby, I will have my say. So that would be very fascinating. I will have my say. I really keep my counsel while I'm here because I work in the White House. I'm a government employee, and I'm blessed and privileged to be here. But
you've been here from the beginning.
People ought to think thrice about that. You know, we learned a long time ago around here that people who say enemy of the people, opposition party, fake news, biased media, they can talk to the media all day long because nobody would suspect them. I'm a very public face here. What I think is out there.
It is, and you're on the show all the time, and you express those views. And we're here for a little fun this morning.
Yeah,
for the White House Easter egg roll. You brought your daughters.
Yes.
Can they come in?
Yeah, come on, girls.
You guys want to come say hello? They are the cutest.
Come on, girls.
So you guys were here last year, right? For the Easter egg roll?
Yes. Charlotte is 10, Vanessa's 8, Claudia's 13,
and
has
Vanessa,
a twin brother, George.
Your mom said that you're a spitfire in the group.
Yes.
And Harper's the cousin. Do you have so much fun at Easter egg roll?
Yes.
Yes.
What do you guys do for Easter in your family?
Well,
Do you
we
have
have
any
a
traditions?
number of celebrations. This year we happen to be in Palm Beach. I took the girls there for a couple of well-deserved days off, and we actually went to St. Edward's, which is a beautiful church there in the heart of Palm Beach, and had a beautiful mass. And we do have some traditions at home. I grew up in an Italian household, and we have some wonderful traditions there. My grandmother always made homemade, it's called ham pies, and also spinach pies, and a great
sounds
feast
good.
on Easter. But for us, for every religious holiday, Jesus is at the center of that, and yesterday was no different.
Well, you have some beautiful girls. You guys have a pretty good mom.
Yeah.
You like her?
Yeah, she's okay.
She's okay.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Rover. Hi,
Hi, Mom. Hi, Roro.
So fun. Well, you guys have a great time today. And
Thank you so
Kellyanne,
much.
thank you as always for
And
being with us.
congratulations to the new mom. God
Thank
bless
you.
Isabel
Any quick tips
and your sister.
with all these girls?
Well,
Not
yes.
easy.
Oh, it's
easy?
It's a blessing, and every single day, and I highly recommend it. So
Oh,
keep
love
going.
it.
Your mom had 7. Come on, Ed.
That's true. Thanks for being here, you guys.
God bless you
Ainsley,
all.
Stephen,
Happy
Brian,
Easter.
back to you guys.
Thank
Family
you
Day.
so much.
Great.
Cute.
Thank you, Kellyanne. All right, 17 minutes down before the top of the hour. Straight ahead. President Trump taking on Amazon, calling the company's deal with the Postal Service a scam. Brian Brenberg's here to break down the business relationship next with a touch screen.
And Eric and Laura Trump are going to join us live from the White House. That's just ahead.